those who don't. It's the clear display for teams in non-power leagues who know it's a one-bid league to show that nothing with regards to being in the most coveted prize, the tournament, matters until you get to your conference tournament. Delaware lost 11 of 12 games before this week. The Blue Hens began in D.C. 12-19 on the year, 5-13 in conference. But 4 wins in 4 days, including 2 against the top quarter of the league, and here you go. This Delaware team is the first in CAA tournament history to win 4 games, and now Coach Martin Inglesby has to worry about beating UNC Wilmington for number 5, but at least he can reference his team from 3 years ago winning the whole thing.
Yeah, I think it's helped me from a preparation standpoint. We had a really good team that year. We were picked first. We didn't maybe have the regular season that we wanted, but we got healthy at the right time and again, won a game, and then we're able to advance to play UNC Wilmington in the championship. So you look back on that, keep it in perspective, you reference it. And I'm just trying to stay positive, stay loose. I learned that from way back in the day with Coach Bray. Just let these guys, have fun and enjoy the moment.
Well, that was Delaware's 6th tournament then in school history, one they sort of expected. This is obviously a different story. UNC Wilmington heading into the week certainly thought it could be here. A 1-point win last night against Charleston to make it a reality. They knocked off Delaware twice in the regular season, including the final regular season game by 30. But Seahawks coach Takeo Siddle gets the 12 seed. And he understands they're the attention grabber, so he's not going to let his guys worry about that.
Our main focus is UNCW. I respect Martin. We've been here before, back in 2022. I respect him. I respect his program. But my focus is on our team. Our focus is on our process and being great at the next thing.
Coach Siddle never got to play in the NCAA tournament as a player at Gardner-Webb. Now he gets the chance to maybe coach in it. Tries to lead the Seahawks to the tourney for the first time in 8 years. The opening tip coming your way in just about 8 minutes. Meanwhile, whoever wins tonight is going to join the 7 teams already locked in with automatic bids in alphabetical order. Drake, High Point, Lipscomb, Omaha, SIU, Edwardsville, Troy, and Wofford. 3 of those are going for the first time ever. Edwardsville, Omaha, and High Point. 3 other championship games at stake tonight. One of them is one you always get, and we'll have it for you right here on many of these same Westwood One stations. When this game is over, that'll be the West Coast Conference Championship between Gonzaga and St. Mary's. Nobody outside of those 2 teams has won the West Coast tournament since 2008 when San Diego took home the prize. Also championships tonight in the Horizon League. Top seed Robert Morris against 4th-seeded Youngstown State. That game tips off in just about 6 minutes. The NEC Championship. Central Connecticut State's the top seed. They'll host the game. They haven't been to the Big Dance since 2007. Opposite St. Francis of Pennsylvania, the Red Flash looking to go to the tournament for the first time in 34 years. We'll keep you posted on all that, plus the major conferences that are underway. The ACC, the Big 12, Conference USA has started as well. We'll keep you posted on all of it throughout the night. But when we return, back to Jeff Arnold and Steve Lapis for the keys to this ballgame. This is Westwood One's coverage of Conference Championship Week.
Running a business? You know that slow phone systems and missed messages cost you opportunities. OpenPhone is the #1 business phone system that streamlines communication, helps teams collaborate seamlessly, and respond to customers faster. Join over 50,000 businesses already using OpenPhone and get 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/radio. They'll even port your existing numbers from another service for free. openphone.com/radio for 20% off. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers.
Leaving a legacy of resilience, joy, and beaming smiles for generations of children. To learn more about cleft lips and palates and how Smile Train is supporting the cleft community all over the world, please visit smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, lighting up the world with smiles for 25 years.
The Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council present the story of Cynthia and Ed.
My mother was always very active and independent, and she was familiar with her neighborhood. But one day, out of the blue, she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. And she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn or just stay at the stop sign. She wasn't even really sure where she was at. She was very concerned. It was very unsettling for her.
It's important for you to talk to someone about it, to bring the family in on it. I felt so much better after my son told me Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you and we'll figure it out.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
We welcome you back to the CAA championship game as Delaware has had a miraculous journey getting all the way to the end. They will face the number 2 seed UNCW. Time now for Steve Lappis's Keys to the Game, presented by Ethos Life. Ethos Life, the easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes, up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam, just a few health questions. Get your free quote at checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Coach, let's start with Delaware. They lost by 30 points the last time that they saw UNCW, which was the final game of the season. They end the year having lost 6 games in a row. Yet somehow, as we are at the CAA championship game, they are here. How do they finish things off?
Well, the first thing they have to do is rebound. Not only they're the worst rebounding team in the CAA, and they're playing UNC Wilmington, who is the best rebounding team in the league. But not only that, UNCW is one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country. They're number 30 in offensive rebounding percentage. They got to get on the glass tonight. The other thing is keep them off the free throw line. They average over 21 free throws a game, most in the CAA conference. You can't foul these guys and give them points at the free throw line.
As for UNCW, the Seahawks, the number 2 team in the conference, they have been a club that's been so consistent their time in the CAA. They're advancing to the CAA finals for a league record 14th different time. They've played 2 very close games, Steve. How do they finish things off tonight?
I think they really want to use their physicality in this game. In order to do that, the slower the pace of the game, the better. They play a tempo of 280 in the country, whereas Delaware plays a top 75 tempo. They want to make it a slow, grinded-out game. And the other thing you have to do, you got to defend the three-point line. Delaware has been incredible from the three-point line, making 18 the other day against William and Mary. You got to stop them from 3.
So far for Delaware, in the 4 games that they have played, they have averaged 85 points a game. They have shot the lights out from 3-point territory, and it ought to make for an entertaining final tonight. This has been the Conference Championship Week on the Westwood One pregame show, sponsored by BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. Download the app today and discover their new look same-day parlay product and more. Please gamble responsibly. Up next, we'll have the opening tip-off of the CAA Championship. UNCW and Delaware. You're listening to Conference Championship Week on Westwood One.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first at 888-ALLSTATE or allstate.com. Like, you know, to check you have gas first before road tripping through the desert.
Empty? Seriously? Maybe I can walk.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So if you want to save money, check Allstate first at 888-ALLSTATE or allstate.com.
Maybe I can't.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
What if your limited inventory had unlimited potential? What if your biggest risk was not taking one? What if you could make every move matter? Bank of America's business solutions can help bring your biggest what-ifs within reach. Find out how our digital tools, cutting-edge insights, and trusted expertise can work for your business. What would you like the power to do? Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank sponsor of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Hi, it's me, your USPS Ground Advantage shipment. Just left the warehouse and hitting the road.
I know. Just got the notification.
Great. Smooth sailing so far. I'm almost there.
Yes, I know. I get all the updates.
Made it. Safe and sound.
I know.
Well, did you know I was with USPS the whole time?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Keep your business in the know with the USPS Ground Advantage service. Visit USPS.com/in-the-know.
In the face of uncertainty, some things remain steady, like the Cummins 2027 X15, built on 25 plus years of experience and delivering up to 4% better fuel efficiency in a weight-neutral system. The X15 gives you the strength to move forward fearlessly and confidence that no matter the obstacle, you can and will rise above it. The 2027 X15, forever rising. Estimates based on preliminary testing. Individual results may vary.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for Conference Championship Week.
We have reached the CAA championship game. The UNCW Seahawks and the 12th seeded Delaware Blue Hens trying to become the first ever 12 seed to win a CAA championship. Let's check the starting lineup, sponsored by Febreze Car. New Febreze Car vent clip now gives you a fresh scent for up to 40 days when on low setting. First, let's start with the Delaware Blue Hens. They are led by Martin Inglesby in his 9th season as the head coach of the Blue Hens. He's going to start Isaiah Pasha, who is a 6'4", 190-pound freshman guard. Last game, he had 13 points to go along with 4 rebounds. He'll be joined by John Camden, 4th in the CAA in points per game, averages 17 per game, and finished with 13 yesterday. Kevin Riley will make the start. He's a 6'4" junior guard out of Lovettsville, Virginia, 11 points in the game yesterday, and he has got 15 or more points in 12 different games. Niles Lane will make the start. He is 2nd in the CAA in field goal percentage, 6'5", 215-pound senior guard. And then rounding out the starting lineup, it's the graduate student Eric Timko, a 6'5", 200-pounder. He led the Blue Hens in their win over number 1 Towson yesterday, collecting 15 points. Now let's look at UNCW's starting lineups. They are led by Takeo Siddle, who has twice as a head coach led UNCW to a CAA championship game, but he is trying to win one for the first time. He will have Bo Montgomery in the backcourt, a 6'5", 205-pound graduate from Memphis, Tennessee, 8 points in the game yesterday, one that UNCW won against Charleston. Donovan Newby will get the start. He led everyone yesterday, 24 points for UNCW, and was huge down the stretch in the Seahawks win. He stands at 6'1" and 185 pounds. Sean Moore trying for a bounce-back game after he fouled out. The 6'7" graduate forward will get the start in there today. Greedy Williams, a 6'5", 190-pounder, will also be in the backcourt wearing jersey number 7 and was big off the bench yesterday. Well, rounding out the Seahawks starting lineup, it is Harlan Obioha, a bruiser at 7 foot, comes out of Kansas, was recruited actually to play football, 7 points and 6 rebounds yesterday. All right, Coach, as we take a look at tonight's game, what right now is going through the minds of some of these players as they get ready to take the floor?
Well, I mean, tremendous amount of excitement because these kids all go to school and go to college to play basketball to get to the NCAA tournament, and they know this is the one opportunity that they have. It's the last year for a bunch of guys. That's all these kids are thinking about right now.
Our officials for the game today, Ron Groover, Bert Smith, and Billy Covington. The Delaware Blue Hens wearing their royal blue uniforms tonight. Delaware across the front in gold, while the Seahawks are wearing their teal uniforms, white numerals and names, and then it's trimmed in white and black. Delaware They've won their last 4 games. They're trying to run the table and with 5 consecutive, while UNCW ended the year on a 3-game winning streak, won a couple of close ball games to get to this point.
And one thing that we got to keep in mind is that this UNC Wilmington team, less than 2 weeks ago, beat this Delaware team by 30. Now, granted, it was at home. I get that. And the other thing interesting about both these teams, both these coaches play 8 guys. But there's a big difference. UNC Wilmington's 8 guys, only one guy plays more than 24 minutes. And when it comes to Delaware, only one guy plays. All 5 starters play over 30 minutes. So they use those last 3 guys way differently, these 2 coaches.
Delaware knows that they have to shoot the lights out tonight just because of how physical UNCW is. And we are ready to get things underway. It'll be Harlan Obioha to jump center for UNCW. As we are ready to get things underway from the CAA title game, it'll be Obioha against Niles Lane here from D.C. Bill Covington steps in the center logo. The ball is in the air. Obioha wins the tap, and it'll be UNCW with the basketball going from right to left to open up the ball game. Greedy Williams on the handle, belt high dribble between the circles, scans his options as he looks left. Feeds it out on the left side to Newby, who had the 24 points yesterday to pace everybody in the game. Newby takes it as he's guarded here by Niles Lane. Throws on the right side for Greedy Williams. Attacks the paint. Floats from the CAA logo just in front of the free throw line. It's no good. And Delaware collects the rebound.
I'll tell you, in that possession right there, they didn't guard Greedy Daniels at all. They're going to, Greedy Williams, they're going to dare him to shoot the ball.
UNCW opening up to the 2-3 zone. This is Kevin Riley, sideline left, holding in front of the UNCW bench. Timko throws in the left corner. Here's John Camden. He's going to hoist a deep 2, and that one is no good as the rebound collected by UNCW. On the right corner, here's Sean Moore, fouled out in the game last night. Throws it out front to Bo Montgomery. Spots Williams in the left corner. Now gives it back to Montgomery. Healthy 3 left wing, left that one short. And the defensive board comes to Delaware a little over a minute in. Still a nothing game here from our nation's capital. The CAA championship game. On the drive baseline right, it's Timko. He'll come around the horn from right to left. This is Isaiah Pasha, who is the CAA Rookie of the Year. Backing in with 10 on the shot clock. Throws it out front. Niles Lane hoists the 3 and hits. A 3-0 Delaware lead to begin.
Niles Lane only made 23-point shots all year. That's not his strength, but he knocked that one out off a great penetration and kick by Pasha.
He finished just 2 rebounds short of a double-double the last game he played. Here's Greedy Williams backing his way in. Feeds it off to Montgomery. Euro stepping down the right side of the lane. Banks that one home. 3-2. Delaware by 1, 2 minutes in.
That's what they have to do. UNCW has to attack the paint and not settle for 3-point shots.
Delaware with it on offense. Kevin Riley throws it out front to Niles Lane, who will walk it on the left wing and now hand it off to Pasha. Hoists a 3 ball. That's too strong. And the backside rebound controlled by Greedy Williams, who, even though that's his nickname, apparently is one of the more unselfish guys in this UNCW team. On the take to the rim, Moore can't finish it, got his own miss. Second try won't go. Third try, and he finally got it to go down.
Yeah, Sean Moore's one of those kids. I mean, everybody remembers he had 19 against Purdue when FDU beat Purdue that 116 matchup a couple of years ago in the NCAA tournament.
1 point UNCW lead. With Delaware with the basketball, and there's a whistle and a foul, and this is going to go against the graduate, Sean Moore.
Yeah, I mean, he's an all-defensive selection. That was not good defense there. He got his hands in for no reason. He should be able to stay in front of Camden.
Pasha going to put it in play from the left baseline for Delaware. Right now, the Blue Hens trailing it by a point with 17-13 to go in the first half. Quick inbounds pass comes to Niles Lane. Straight on 3 from Kevin Riley. That is no good. Defensive rebound claimed by UNCW. And now here's Donovan Newby in the front court.
Well, as you can see, Delaware's going to let him go. 4 shots, 4 threes.
Greedy Williams from the right corner. That 3 is no good. Ball is volleyballed up into the air. And Delaware is able to put a fork in it with Isaiah Pasha throwing it out in front to Niles Lane. Niles Lane pauses, kicks, right side Camden. 4-3, right side of the rim, no good. And they got the miss as Lane collected, and then a whistle and a foul is called against the Seahawks.
Well, they've been unfortunate so far, UNCW, because I think Delaware's gotten a lot of good looks from the three-point line and has only been able to knock out one.
1 of 5 to begin. All the shots that the Blue Hens have taken have been from three-point territory. UNCW has gone 2 of 7 to start things off. Pasha to inbound it from the left baseline for Delaware. Pops this one in play out to Niles Lane. Lane, belt high dribble, throws along the sideline left to Riley. Now here's Timko on the drive, has his path cut off. Pasha with it, 10 on the shot clock, accelerating down the paint, spins and got fouled en route to the rim.
Yeah, the rookie of the year, Pasha, he's a tough player, really good point guard, big, he get in the lane. That time he drew the foul.
So it means 2 free throws coming up here for Isaiah Pasha, who went to Cardinal O'Hara. And actually, that is the same high school that his head coach, Martin Inglesby, went to. Was a talented point guard there before Inglesby ended up going to Notre Dame. Pasha, middle of the free throw strike, sends the first one, and that is good. Delaware, as a team from the free throw line, 18th best in the nation, shooting roughly 80%.
Yeah, both these teams, very good free throw shooting team. UNCW, nothing to sneeze at either.
The second free throw is up, and that is good. So Pasha makes a pair. Blue Hens with a 5-4 lead as we're at 16 and a half minutes in this first half. It'll be Newby who will walk this one into the front court. Throws on the sideline right for Montgomery. Kicks to the right corner for Noah Ross. Straight on 3 now, and that is good from Nolan Hodge, who had the steal last night, which sealed the victory for the Seahawks.
Yeah, he had 8 points last night, played a very good game. He's a very good shooter. Those 3 kids that come off the bench for UNCW, all good players.
Seahawks lead it by 2, 4 minutes into the game. Delaware with the basketball. Timko holds straight away, guarded by Obioha, and then he foul inside, and they're going to get this one against Hodge. So that'll get us to a timeout. Our score here in the CAA championship, it is UNCW 7 and Delaware 5, 15:54 to go in the first half. This is Westwood One's coverage of Conference Championship Week.
The second half of the basketball season is here, and the race to the playoffs continues on Prize Picks, the best place to cash in on your favorite sports. The app is so simple. Just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Download the Prize Picks app today, use the code ROAM, and get $50 in bonus promo funds instantly when you play $5. That's code ROAM on Prize Picks to get $50 in bonus promo funds instantly when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in bonus credit just for playing, and it's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
And we win because these are fights we cannot lose. We win for scientists so they can serve at the EPA. We win at the Supreme Court because clean water is for everyone. We win against fossil fuel plants so communities can breathe freely. If you believe what we believe, then help us fight the good fight and help us keep winning by going to earthjustice.org today. That's earthjustice.org.
Mom, Dad.
Before you throw out those unused medicines, just think for a minute.
Grandma, Grandpa, all you guys take meds. That's why you gotta dispose of your old pills correctly.
Those pills for your back pain or migraines.
When you throw them in the trash, those medicines can become lethal in the wrong hands. Our hands. You may be finished with that medicine,
but those pills are making me real popular at school.
My brother James could think they're candy. Our dog loves to get in the garbage, and those meds can make him sick or worse. So stop. There are better ways to dispose of your unused meds.
There are lots of police stations, local pharmacies, and hospitals that are approved to take in unused meds and dispose of them safely.
Disposal sites are close by.
It's easy, and it's the right thing to do. For us. The ones you love.
To find a medicine disposal site near you, visit www.safe.pharmacy. A public service message from the National Association of Boards of Pharmacy.
Jeff Arnold and Steve Lappas here at our Grainger broadcast position in Washington, D.C. Gain a winning edge for your business with Grainger. You'll find supplies and solutions for every industry when you call. Click Grainger.com or just stop by. 7-5 is your score. UNCW with the early lead on Delaware, 15:54 to go here in the first half. And so far, Steve, both teams have started a little bit slow from the field.
Yeah, they're feeling each other out. I think the one thing that I would emphasize if I was Coach Siddle in the UNCW huddle is they've taken 5 threes already in this game, and I think they've gotten some decent looks. They have to be aware that that's what this team does. That's where their bread is buttered. They've got to defend that three-point line. I think right now, Delaware is just missing threes. I don't think UNCW is making them miss.
42 three-pointers for the Blue Hens in 4 games in this tournament. It's Delaware basketball in front court, baseline to the right, as it's thrown into Niles Lane at the left timeline. He's going to drive down the lane, pull up, hooks that shot. It's no good. Ball is knocked out of bounds, and it was last off a Delaware player. It'll be UNCW basketball actually they're going to call a foul against Delaware as Kamari McGriff did a good job to defend there.
Yeah, I mean, they set up that play from the timeout to get Niles to go one-on-one. Had a good move, couldn't finish it.
Here's Newby between the circles for UNCW. On the left side, it's Hides. Throws to the free throw line. Shot is up and good from Noah Ross. 6'7", 210-pounder. He provides some instant offense off the bench.
Their bench has been heard from already, and now 1-2-2 3/4 court press by UNCW.
Delaware able to break it. It gets thrown inside to Riley, who lost the ball out of bounds. And so after the foul, it's another turnover by Delaware. UNCW leading it by 4.
I think it's important, too, Jeff, that they get off to a good start in this game. Every other game this year in this tournament, they've kind of stayed ahead, stayed right there. I don't know if they want to get into any kind of a deficit against this team.
You remember last time lost by 30 points in what was the final game of the CAA regular season. Ross has it, foul line extended. Off for Bo Montgomery and back to Ross on the left wing. Shot clock is back to 10, backs it up. Deep 3, left wing Montgomery. Front rim no good. Of the defensive board controlled by John Camden. Jump ball is forced, and it's going to go Delaware's way.
And UNCW is not a bad three-point shooting team. They shoot 34% on the season, but that's not their strength. They only make about 7.5 a game. Right now, they haven't been able to really get that part of their game going.
Now the press comes again from UNCW. Riley going to lead it out of backcourt, and then he'll lob it over for Isaiah Pasha. Pasha driving down the left baseline, finds Riley right wing from the wing to the lane, pulls up, 14-footer, won't go. Grady Williams collects the weak side rebound for UNCW, who's got a 4-point lead with 14.5 to go in the first half. Williams searches left side, finds Ross, moves his left arm around to guide his offense. Thrown to the top of the key for Montgomery, accelerates down the paint and scoops it in with the right hand to make it an 11-5 UNCW lead.
Good ball movement there, good reversal, and Montgomery made them pay with that strong drive.
Seahawks on a 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes. Pasha with the drive, leaves it in a window to Lane. That won't go, but that's a goaltend as it was on the cylinder, so you can wave that bucket off.
I think that was going in.
And made the decision, as we take a look at the replay of it. Oh, yeah, that was going down.
Going in.
That was going down. UNCW will bring it out of rear court. The junior, Grady Williams, will trot it up the middle of the floor. Ross with it at the top of the key. Now he throws it over to Newby. Left side back to Williams. Pass on the interior. That one was knocked away, and Delaware comes up with it as Camden makes a nice steal in the corner. Here comes Trent Middleton Jr., who was great off the bench for Delaware last night. The Blue Hens realize they got to go to their bench a little bit more with this being their 5th game in 5 days. Camden with it left of the lane. Shot clock inching down to 10. Middleton on the drive, middle of the floor. Fakes, stuck, looking for help. He's going to throw it out to Camden. 3 to shoot between the rings. 3. That ball got to by McGriff, and a shot clock violation forced by UNCW, who out of the media timeout has clamped down defensively.
That was a great defensive set, and you got to understand, when Delaware has a shot clock violation, they want to play fast, and they got a shot clock violation there. That was all about UNCW's defense.
So Delaware has turned it over. They've had a scoring drought of more than 3 minutes. UNCW basketball. This is Newby. Left side the hand in his face. He leaves that three-pointer short. Ball is loose on the floor. It's claimed by Delaware as it's Macon Emery who collects it. And will leave it off to Isaiah Pasha. Pasha on the drive. Exploiting a mismatch, he lays that one home with the right hand. A badly needed bucket for Delaware. 11-7 Seahawks.
Strong move to the basket and semi-transition that time.
This is Williams. Right side of the floor for Newby. Feeds to McGriff. To Ross at the free throw line. Spinning, goes left, fades away right. Front of the rim, no good. Ball is loose again in the middle of the floor. There's a fight for it. UNCW comes away with it. Backing up, this is Newby. Gives to Hodge and back to Newby. Sideline on the left. Cross court it comes to Grady Williams. Williams down the left side of the paint, and he is fouled en route to the rim.
I'll tell you one thing, Jeff. Niles Lane is doing an unbelievable job on Newby. Newby can't even get a shot, and he's second team all-conference. Niles Lane being taller than him, they put him on him, and he's doing a great job so far.
And Niles Lane, he was a transfer from Florida where they kind of pigeonholed him as a defensive stopper. He's come to the CAA and been one of the best on-ball defenders in the entire country.
Yeah, I mean, Newby can't get a shot. He hasn't taken one yet.
It'll be Grady Williams to go to the free throw line. 75% from the stripe, left-handed tosser, and that one is good. March Madness is coming to a court near you. Experience it live as the nation's best college basketball teams compete for a chance to cut down the nets. Secure your seats today at ncaa.com/MBB tickets. After the first free throw was good from Grady Williams, we'll have one more opportunity. Delaware just 2 of 9 from the field to start, while UNCW has picked things up a bit offensively and then ramped up the pressure defensively.
Well, put it this way, Jeff. The pace of this game is the way UNCW wants. They want a grinded-out game, and that's what they're getting right now.
Williams makes the free throw, and Sean Moore is going to come off the bench and take the spot of Williams.
See, they don't want Delaware getting threes in transition, loosey-goosey. They're making them work for everything now in the half court.
Pasha brings it into the front court for Delaware, who trails it by 6 points as we near 12 minutes in this first half. This is Macon Emery throwing it on the left sideline to Pasha. Checked by Newby. Pasha brings it left corner, takes it to the elbow. Middleton with the three from the right side. That's off target. And Macon Emery got the rebound, sends it back out to Middleton. Pasha thinking about the three, a little too far out on the right wing for Emery. Straight away for Pasha. Pasha hesitates, now drives. That shot won't go. And it's Harlan Obioha, the 7-footer, who's got the board.
Couldn't finish through the banging that time. He got banged pretty good.
Newby with the basketball. Holds in front of the Delaware bench. On the left side, it's Ross. Goes into 2 blue jerseys, and a foul is called. Delaware was hoping that it was going to be a jump ball, but the call on the floor is a foul. A timeout on the floor with 11:21 to go here in the first half. Our score, UNCW 13, Delaware 7. You're listening to Conference Championship Week on Westwood One.
It's March matchup season at BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot? Lock in your picks for this year's tournament with the sportsbook born in Vegas. Being on the sidelines is one thing. This March, get into the game with exciting state-of-the-art live tracking technology, exclusive sportsbook selections, and so much more. Check out BetMGM Originals for dozens of markets you won't find anywhere else. Take a shot at our exciting free-to-play games for your chance at scoring odds boost tokens, bonus bets, and many other prizes. Plus, new players can score up to $1,500 in bonus bets if their first bet loses. From the big dogs to the underdogs, March matchups at BetMGM is a player's best friend. Sign up to catch the excitement and experience college hoops like never before with BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age and older. Colorado only. First bet offers for new customers only. All other promotions for existing customers. Subject to eligibility requirements and rewards may vary. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
Jersey Mike's subs are great to enjoy in all kinds of places.
So I can have a BLT at the lake?
Exactly.
Or a Mike's Famous Philly on the road?
Sure thing.
Or a number 4 when I'm riding a bike.
That might be too hard. How would you steer?
It's a tandem bike.
Yeah, who's steering?
That's a good point. Well, hey, are you free for the next half hour?
Sure. I got nothing else going on today.
Sick. Hop on.
Freshly sliced and freshly grilled subs for any time, anywhere. It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Along with Steve Lapis, I'm Jeff Arnold. You're listening to Conference Championship Week on Westwood One, presented by Progressive Insurance. You can save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit progressive.com. Right now, the Seahawks lead it by 13. UNCW a 6-point lead on the Delaware Blue Hens, and both teams struggle a little bit from the field right now. Delaware, as you said earlier, Steve, they don't want this deficit to stretch too far.
And look at this. The 4 wins that they have in this tournament, the least they've scored is 79. At this pace, they're not going to get close to 79. And UNCW is much more comfortable playing games in the low 60s. Delaware, I think it's going to be hard for them to grind it out like that. They've got to start getting up and down a little more.
It's Noah Ross at the free throw line, and he misses his first attempt from Apex, North Carolina, a junior guard. This is also a UNCW team that's got a lot of veterans on it as well. Bunch of graduate students, a lot of physicality. Ross's second free throw, that is a make. He splits the pair and makes it a 7-point advantage for UNCW. Now, the 7-point lead is the biggest one so far for the Seahawks. Middleton at the controls for Delaware, working basket to our right. Middleton scans to his right. He's guarded by Sean Moore. Out front it comes to John Camden. Camden to the interior for Riley. Back to Camden. A healthy three from the left wing, way far out. And it's a foul called against Delaware. Moore got the rebound, and they'll tag this foul against Houston Emery, his first.
And, you know, a lot of these threes that Delaware is taking short. So, I mean, are their legs there right now? I don't know. 5 games in 5 days with not much of a bench. Really hard for those starters.
Nobody's done what Delaware has done before in the CAA as a 12 seed, winning a quarterfinal game, winning a semifinal game, and now you're in a championship game. UNCW basketball.
Against a team that's only playing their 3rd game.
Right side three off the back rim from Sean Moore. Defensive board controlled by Delaware. Needs to carve into the 7-point deficit with 10:35 to go in the first half. Middleton looks to his left, throws it to Timko and gets it right back, and Middleton travels as he accelerated towards the paint.
He saw Obioha on him, and he thought he was going to be able to take him, and he traveled. They switch a lot, UNCW, so Obioha has ended up on some guards at times, and he hasn't done a bad job of being able to stay with him at 7 feet tall.
Well, for Delaware, they've gone 1 of their last 10 from the field. 4 turnovers committed in about the last 6 minutes have not helped out their case. UNCW basketball. Williams throws on the right side for Newby. Newby works it into the right corner for Hodge. Angle jumper right side. Shots a miss. Defensive rebound controlled by Isaiah Pasha. Pasha left side for Camden. He'll throw it to the interior. Now it comes out on the right side to Kevin Riley. Riley backing his way in against Montgomery. On the right side, this is Niles Lane. Lane to Pasha, driving baseline right, and it's out of bounds, and it looked like it went off of Obioha last.
You know, as much as Delaware is struggling offensively because of the defense, they're only down 7 in this game. They could easily be down 13 or 14.
Now Delaware is a UNCW team that beat them twice during the regular season. Off the inbound pass, Riley had it at the rim. He got rejected from behind, recovered by Camden along the left wing. He'll shoot a 3, and man, did they need that one badly. Delaware's triple makes it 14-10, courtesy of the All-CAA selection, John Kemp.
And that was a tough, contested 3-point shot he made there.
4-point lead, UNCW ball. Williams, left corner. On the drive, this is Montgomery. Left side for Hodge. out of three-point territory on the left. Worked around the horn, left to right, comes to Greedy Williams, to Newby, right of the center logo. Shot clock down to 5. Newby gets some space on Riley and answers right back from the right side.
I was just going to say, Newby has to start forcing the issue a little bit more. Take some shot. That's the first shot that he's taken.
16-10 your score. UNCW with the lead. That shot was a 2, by the way. Pasha drives from the wing inside. He gets his path cut off. Feeds to Timko now, and Timko can't convert from point-blank range. On the run, here comes Montgomery for UNCW, taking it down the lane to the rim, and it's an 8-point UNCW lead.
And it was great defense by Montgomery, by the way, and then he runs the break and gets a layup.
8:40 to go here in the first half, and the UNCW faithful who are here with some life. Delaware basketball. Pasha working it across the paint, sends it top of the key, Lane. Healthy 3, straight but strong. Defensive rebound coming to UNCW as Delaware 2 of 9 from distance now. Hodge with it for the Seahawks. Underhand flip to Newby. Newby guarded by Riley. Brings it out on the left point. Timko switches on to him. Obioha muscles his way in. Missed it at first. Now got his second effort and put that one back. And Martin Inglesby wants a timeout for the Blue Hens. As UNCW going to its big man, they have now a 10-point lead.
I think the physicality is getting them on both ends. They've had a couple of block shots down the end. Then they go down here strong to the basket. You could just see a difference in the physicality of these two teams.
6-0 run for the Seahawks, and our score, UNCW 20 and Delaware 10. 8:06 to go in the first half. You're listening to Conference Championship Week on Westwood One.
Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and thought, I used to be a bit quicker on the draw? Well, what if I told you Bubs Naturals could fix that? Not your reflection, but the way you feel. Bubs Naturals Collagen Peptides isn't just any collagen. It's a benchmark of trust and performance. It's crafted with integrity and backed by NSF for sports certification, providing assurance of its purity and potency in helping to enhance physical health. Bubs Collagen Peptides help support your joints, enhance recovery, and help revitalize your hair and skin, helping you look and feel your best every day. Why stop at collagen? Supercharge your morning coffee with Bubs Naturals MCT Oil Creamer, or stay hydrated with Bubs Naturals Hydrate or Die, a drink mix which helps keep you going longer and stronger. Bubs Naturals was founded in honor of Navy SEAL Glenn Bub Doherty, a true hero. Every product not only helps you, but also supports veterans with 10% of all profits going to help military men and women transition back into civilian life. Visit BubsNaturals.com today. Remember, each purchase is also helping heroes.
These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
The Jeep Celebration event is your chance to start a brand new adventure with great deals on our legendary Go Anywhere, Do Anything SUVs, like the Grand Cherokee 4xE, our most capable Grand Cherokee ever, the Jeep Wrangler 4xE, our most capable Wrangler ever, or the Jeep Compass, our most affordable SUV. Hurry in for an exceptional offer during the Jeep Celebration event and let the adventure of a lifetime begin. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
Wendy's has the official hamburger of March Madness, which means you get a fresh JBC or double snack for $1 with an in-app offer and a purchase, because frozen sucks and fresh rules. For the freshest deals in fast food, gotta be Wendy's. Limited time only at participating Wendy's. Account registration required. UNCW, a 20-10 lead, 8:06 to go here in the first half. Obviously, Steve, is not what Martin Inglesby was looking for coming out of the last media timeout. How do the Blue Hens try and turn things around?
You know, they got off to a rough start. Now they're 3 for 16 from the field. I think the key for them is they've got to try and push the ball a little bit and get some better looks, especially from the three-point line in transition. And they've just got to, they got to suck it up and try to get through this period here where things aren't going that well. They've got to hang in there now, because I think coming back from a big deficit on your fifth game, I think that could be hard.
Yeah, it certainly could be. I mean, they said today at shoot-around that maybe their legs were a little bit tired. They felt fresh because they've been invigorated by all the wins. But looking for an answer now, trailing it by 10 points. It'll be Riley to lead it out of backcourt as a little token pressure released by UNCW. Riley with it to the center logo, off to Niles Lane, left side for John Camden. Camden throws it straight away for Pasha, scans his options on the perimeter as he holds between the circles. Pasha begins his dribble, works left around the screen, right side Timko. Timko to Pasha, 5 on the shot clock, on the drive. Pasha floats it up there, that's no good. As another good instance of perimeter defense played by the Seahawks.
Yeah, the other thing is that you got Timko and Riley who haven't really done anything yet at all.
McGriff is fouled as he tried a hook shot from the right baseline, and he's headed to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Now that is the 5th foul against Delaware. And it's going to send Kamari McGriff to the line. A very unselfish player for the Seahawks. He was a starter for such a long period. This year has come off the bench, has provided huge offense, but you're impressed by the unselfishness as the first free throw is up and good. Events DC is the official sports and convention authority for Washington, D.C. Learn more about the sports capital at eventsdc.com.
Yeah, I mean, McGriff's their second high scorer coming off the bench. He's been really good. He was good last night, 10 and 6.
McGriff, left-handed tosser, tall and lean, floats the second free throw up, and that is a make.
And you know, UNCW, they're kind of like smelling it now. They're coming much more aggressive.
Now, the vibe is very similar to what was a 30-point Delaware loss in the final game of the regular season for the Blue Hens. Delaware basketball, Riley straight away. Guarded defensively here by Kamari McGriff. On the interior, drive by lane, can't connect as he angled it in from the left wing. Defensive rebound by UNCW.
And the problem is, Jeff, the defense has gotten better and better.
Ross straight on 3 is a miss. Fight for the rebound, and UNCW will be able to save along the Delaware bench, and it'll be a fresh 18 coming up for the Seahawks. Grady Williams puts 5 fingers in the air to call out the play. Looks towards his right, has Nolan Hodge. Hodge, the foul line extended for Noah Ross. Ross loses the basketball. Here comes Delaware on the run ahead for Timko. Rolls off the rim, but he is headed to the free throw line as Delaware able to get out in the transition.
Yeah, there's an example. They played really good defense, and they were able to get out in transition because so far against this half-court defense, Delaware has really struggled.
And it's going to set up 2 free throws at the line for the Blue Hens, who have shot only 17% in this first half. It's the second time they have been to the line tonight. Eric Timko, first free throw, that one rims out. Led the Blue Hens yesterday with 15 points in the game. And that is a rare miss for him at the free throw line. He's the best free throw shooter in the conference.
Yeah, those are killers. When you're struggling to score and your best free throw shooter goes to the line, you got to make both.
Timko makes number 2, 22-11 Seahawks as we hit 6.5 minutes before the halftime break here in D.C. CAA championship, winner goes on to the NCAA tournament. Ross sideline left for the Seahawks. Throws to the middle of the paint for Williams, through a crowd, lobbed it up, and somehow it went in.
That was all physicality right there. Very strong move by Greedy Williams.
Now, Greedy has been a little greedy in this first half. 13-point Seahawks lead. Blue Hens ball. Camden right corner with Williams right in his face. Right foul line extended lane on the drive. He'll get fouled by McGriff, and he'll head to the free throw line.
You know, the way I'm looking at this, Jeff, Camden can't get a good shot. Timko can't get a good shot. Riley can't get a good shot. It's really tough right now.
Now, last night, Delaware found a way to get around a very good half-court defense that Towson has. It has not been the same story tonight. Lane's first free throw is no good. Take your game day rituals on the road with Marriott Bonvoy. Over 30 hotel brands for every kind of fan. Explore more at MarriottBonvoy.com/NCAA. Lane with a second free throw coming up. That is down. As the Blue Hens pull within 12 points of the Seahawks. 24-12 your score with 5:55 to go in half number one. This is Williams on the bounce pass for Hodge. Right sideline guarded by Kevin Riley. Hodge takes it middle of the paint. There was no one there, and he went all the way through to make a 14-point game.
So you got to remember, Delaware struggled defensively all year. That was not good defense at all.
Camden out of control on the drive. He misses it. Defensive rebound comes to UNCW.
This thing could get out of hand here.
Bo Montgomery, left wing Hodge. Too strong on the three-point attempt. Volleyballed around, and the rebound comes to Delaware. This has been a nightmarish first half for the Blue Hens. Pasha with a Euro step down the lane, and that shot is good.
He's a good player, boy. I'll tell you, the two best players on the team to me are Niles and Pasha. Those are the two best players that can play athletically against UNC Wilmington.
Williams with the basketball between the rings for UNCW. 12-point lead for the Seahawks. Sideline right for Hodge. Hodge to Montgomery along the left point. Left corner, Greedy. Williams for three. Yes, sir.
How about he comes into this tournament with 6 threes all year? He made 2 yesterday and 1 today. That's unbelievable.
Greedy Williams. He has been big again. 7 points. He leads all scorers in this game.
He's playing really good.
Seahawks crowd, ton of life throughout this entire first half. 29-14 Seahawks lead. Delaware basketball. The drive by Pasha. Quick dump underneath, and it's put home by Lane along the left post.
Those two guys, they're the guys that athletically can really deal with UNCW.
UNCW up 29-16. Along the sideline right, Grady Williams leans in at the waist. Left alone for three. Why would you do that? Half down and out. Defensive board comes to Pasha. Pasha spreading it up the right sideline, taking it all the way, and he lays it home himself, 29-18.
That's what they need to do, especially him, because he's not a great shooter, but in the open court, he's a terrific finisher.
3:45 to go in half number one. 11-point deficit. Montgomery down the left baseline. He was rejected from behind by Pasha. Pasha taking the ball. Right side, Simcoe. Big three. He drilled it. 29-21. As here comes Delaware. Down by 8 now with 3.5 to go.
And what happened? They're starting to get some transition. They get a good steal, a good rebound. Now they're in the open court. They make a three.
UNCW ball as the Delaware fans with some life. Williams with it sideline left, looking for help. Bounces to Hodge straight away on the perimeter. Left wing for Williams. Shot clock at 7. Here's the drive by Roth on the left side of the lane. Lost the basketball and a foul called against the Blue Hens. So that foul against Delaware will be their 6th. 3:01 to go in half number one. The Blue Hens have carved into their deficit and are now within 8. UNCW 29, Delaware 21. You are listening to the CAA Championship here on Westwood One.
It's a classic odor tale. You fried fish for dinner, cleaned up, but the smell is still in the house. And the neighbors are coming over for game night. They're on their way. And then you spray Febreze Air Mist. Febreze Air starts working instantly to fight even your toughest odors, so you go from fish to fresh like that. Now, all you have to worry about is Pen cheating at charades.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la. Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One, N.A., member FDIC.
A Jersey Mike's sub bowl is any sub, hot or cold, without the bread. They're great to enjoy in all kinds of places.
So you could have a Club Supreme Bowl on a road trip?
Yup.
Or a turkey provolone sub bowl at the airport?
Sure can.
Or a Mike's Famous Philly Bowl when you're supposed to be walking down the aisle at your 500-person wedding.
Is now the right time for that?
I'm hungry.
Shouldn't you get married first?
I said
I'm hungry.
All right. Your favorite sub in a bowl for anytime, anywhere. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Pluto TV has all the shows and movies you love streaming for free. Feel the free with all your favorites. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Tracker, The Walking Dead, Defiance, and more. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I put on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Along with Steve Lapis, I'm Jeff Arnold. You're listening to Conference Championship Week on Westwood One, presented by Progressive Insurance. Here's a riddle from Progressive Insurance. What do your home and auto have in common? Progressive protects them both. It was an easy riddle. Learn more at progressive.com. Delaware has shown some life. They are now within 8 of UNCW. Seahawks 29 and the Blue Hens 21 with 3:01 left before the halftime break. And Steve, you were starting to see Delaware get up and down the floor, playing the style of game that they want to play.
Yeah, that was a big difference. This last couple of minutes, they were able to get some stuff in the open court where that defense wasn't on everybody physically, body to body. Timko gets off a shot. And really, Pasha is such a good player in the open court. That's what they need to do.
It'll be inbounded along the left baseline by UNCW, who has it on offense. Hodge brings it towards the middle of the floor for Ross on the left side. Ross dribbling it across the perimeter. He'll now hand it off to Donovan Newby. Newby guarded by Niles Lane. 3-ball left point, airballed it, and it can't be saved by Hodge along the left baseline. Delaware, a good job defensively, and 2:42 left in this first half. A chance for the Blue Hens to feel a lot better going into intermission.
Well, the defense has kept the minute. They've held UNCW to 41% field goal percentage, so their defense is doing something.
Pasha at the controls, the leading Delaware scorer in the first half on the right wing, held by Obi Oha as he was driving to the interior. That's going to be the 7th foul against the Seahawks. And it means Pasha is headed to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
This kid was going to go to Iona and play for Rick Pitino. And I'm sure Martin Inglesby's glad to have the Rookie of the Year in the CAA.
Those two have bonded over the intricacies of the point guard position because Inglesby was a point guard at Notre Dame. And his coach, Mike Bray, is actually in the building tonight. Pasha eyes the target, front end of the 1-and-1. That is good. Later on, we'll select the Smart Coaching Move of the Game, sponsored by Prevagen. Prevagen, made for your brain. Pasha, the CAA Rookie of the Year. Second free throw is good, so he's up to 10 points. He has paced everybody in this game. Delaware's made it a 2-possession affair, down 29-23 with 2.5 to go.
You know what? And the job they're doing on Newby, who's the best player for UNCW, has been spectacular.
Newby gets free on the left wing, then Riley pops out to meet him. For Williams, now back to Newby along the left point. Newby drives, free throw line jumper, got that one to go with Riley draped all over him.
Yeah, they need him to lead the way.
8-point UNCW lead. The Seahawks have been on top by as many as 15 in this first half. 31-23 is your score. Right side, here's Camden driving in on Obioha, spins left, shoots, scores, plus the foul. Delaware with a big bucket courtesy of John Camden, and he'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was one heck of a move, let me tell you. He spins and shoots the floater, getting hit on the arm. That was a big time and one.
He has had a huge CAA tournament.
Huge.
13 points, 5 rebounds the last time he was in there. A guy that when you get him going, he's one of the toughest in the conference to stop.
Hey, one of 26 guys in the nation to make 9 or more threes in a game. This guy is explosive from the three-point line.
He finishes off the 3-point play with a made free throw. 1:48 to go first half. 31-26, Seahawks with the lead. Newby gives the handoff to Nolan Hodge. Now here's Montgomery between the circles, guarded by Lane, and a foul called against UNCW off of an illegal screen, and it'll be Blue Hens basketball, 1:37 to go. And that foul, they're going to call it on Obioha, who picks up his second. McGriff is going to check in off the bench for UNCW as Delaware will lead it ahead with an opportunity to make this a one-possession game. Pasha with it between the rings. On the drive right, then to the free throw line by Ross. The Camden straightaway, fires it into the left corner. Backing in is Niles Lane. Takes it towards the rim. Trying to get around McGriff. Can't hook it home. And then a whistle and a foul on the floor. And they're going to get this one against UNCW.
In the half court, they're trying to have Pasha and Niles Lane, who are their two most athletic guys, take care of business, put the ball on the floor, and try and get to the basket. In transition, everybody could join the party, but in the half court, it's those two guys right now.
A chance here for Eric Timko, who, as you said, Steve, UNCW has been so good at limiting his attempts in this game as he knocks down the first free throw, and Greedy Williams comes back in. Pasha now going over toward his head coach, Martin Inglesby, who's out near half court to get some instructions. Timko's second free throw is a make. Down 15, they're within 3, 1:15 to go in the half.
And give them credit, their half-court defense has been good.
Delaware in the middle of a 14-2 run as the Blue Hens fans decked out in their royal blue come to their feet. Williams at the left point for UNCW. For Hodge, deep on the left side. High to low entry pass for McGriff, left of the lane. Goes into the navy blue paint. Shot is a miss. McGriff gets his own miss. Out to Newby between the rings. 3. Oh, he hit it! That one was from the Capitol. 34-28 UNCW, 45 seconds to go.
Great offensive rebound there, but Newby needs to be a little more selfish, I think, because he's a really good player.
Delaware ball. Niles Lane in the left corner for Delaware. Camden looking for some help. Uses his left arm to move people around. Backing in here against Greedy Williams. Front rim, no. Up the turnaround jumper. Rebound by Newby. Ahead for McGriff. And McGriff lost the ball. And they're going to call a foul in transition against Delaware.
Yeah, on the ground.
Blue Hens coaches wanted it for it to be a travel, but he didn't have possession. So it'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity coming up here, as that was the 7th foul on Delaware. 19.1 seconds left. As the Blue Hens at one point looked like they were left for dead, and they have come back. McGriff shooting 1-and-1. Struggles at the line, 68%. Left-handed tosser. Long look at the target. Takes a deep breath. Slight bend in the knees. Free throw is up. Bouncing, good. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for NCAA March Madness. Along with Steve Lapis, Jeff Arnold with you here from the CAA championship game, as the first free throw was a make by Kamari McGriff. UNCW with a lead of 7. And right after the front end of the 1-and-1 was made, the Seahawks are going to take a timeout. How are you feeling right now if you were UNCW, and how do you kind of gain the momentum back?
You know, they've stayed in control of the game. I mean, they're up 7 right now. They got another free throw. So they took a good hit from Delaware and are still sitting with that lead. So I got to think they'd be feeling pretty good. If they go into the locker room up 7 or 8, I think they're going to feel pretty good about being able to withstand that run.
Now, Delaware hoping to get the last shot with just 19.1 seconds left. The Blue Hens, it's pretty incredible they are within 7 points when they have shot just 31% from the field in this first half and just 3 of 11 from three-point territory.
When you think of it like that, too, and their defense has definitely helped them stay in it.
Defense is something that Martin Inglesby preached. If you were going to find a way to beat the Seahawks, that had to be at full caliber, because it did not happen in that last matchup of the regular season.
And it didn't happen in 11 of those last 12 games before the tournament.
McGriff, the second end of the 1-1, 7-point UNCW lead.
I was surprised by that timeout, to be honest with you. After he made the first one, I'd have left him there to make the second one.
The second free throw from McGriff is good.
Made it anyway.
So he hits. 36-28 Seahawks, 19.1 seconds left. Pasha will lead it up the right sideline out of rear court. Pasha holding the right-handed dribble, brings it onto the perimeter right. Gives to Timko, now straight away for Camden. Sideline left for Niles Lane. 5 seconds left in the half, and this ball is deflected out of bounds on a pass as Hodge sent it into his own bench. Called by Bert Smith to say Delaware basketball. And it clearly looked like on the replay that Hodge touched it with his left hand. It'll be Riley to inbound right in front of the Seahawks pine. 3.7 seconds left in the first half. An 8-point UNCW lead. Pasha takes the inbounds pass with 3, with 2, throws it up off balance, rolling around. It's no good, but a travel is called with 1 second left in the half.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good try that Pasha would try and drive that, but he definitely traveled.
Pasha has been the leading scorer for the Blue Hens, 10 points in this first half. He's also made 4 free throws at the line. The free throw shooting has helped the Blue Hens out as well. 1 second left. It is inbounded to Hodge in rear court, and he will lose the ball out of bounds as the clock expires in the first half. A half that for a large chunk was controlled by UNCW. They take an 8-point lead into the break, but it could have been much worse for the Blue Hens.
Yeah, no doubt, but I think they got to feel pretty good about where they are. The game is going the way they want it to go in terms of pace. Their defense has been good, and Delaware's defense has been good too. Don't take anything away from them. That's why it's an 8-point game.
Takeo Siddle and the UNC Seahawks looking for a CAA championship as they lead it at the break, 36-28. That's your score here in the CAA championship game. When we return, Jason Horowitz rejoins us from our studios with the halftime report. This is Westwood One's coverage of Conference Championship Week.
The second half of the basketball season is here, and the race to the playoffs continues on PrizePicks, the best place to cash in on your favorite sports. The app is so simple. Just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Download the PrizePicks app today, use the code ROAM, and get $50 in bonus promo funds instantly when you play $5. That's code ROAM on PrizePicks to get $50 in bonus promo funds instantly when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in bonus credit just for playing, and it's guaranteed. PrizePicks, run your game. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Think about the people who inspire you most. Guess what? They don't have all the answers, but they do know how to ask for support when they need it. Therapy is a great way to find that support. BetterHelp has experienced therapists ready to help you with challenges, ranging from clinical issues to the stress of everyday life. And it's convenient, too. Visit BetterHelp, HELP.com/allstar today to get 10% off your first month.
The Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights is proud to announce the scholarship opportunity for DACA renewals. The scholarship will be provided through the New American Initiative partners and covers the full USCIS renewal filing fee. Please visit icirr.org/DACA to see the requirements and how to apply. This scholarship is available first come, first served until the funds are exhausted. The ICIRR is dedicated to promoting the rights of immigrants and refugees to the full and equal participation in the civic, cultural, social, and political life of our diverse society.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof, while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Really slow start for both teams to the CAA championship. UNCW, little breathing room, though, towards the end of the half after Delaware made a comeback. 36-28 at the break. The 2 seed leading the 12 seed. It's there at halftime in Washington, D.C. Jason Horowitz, happy to have you back with us here in our Westwood One studios. We'll get you back for the second half and figure out who's going to get the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament to join the 7 that are already heading there. Drake, High Point, Lipscomb, Omaha, SIU, Edwardsville, Troy, and Wofford, plus 3 other automatic bids being earned tonight. One going on right now. They are at halftime. It is Youngstown State, the 4 seed, Robert Morris, the 1. It has been a very good game between those two, but RMU has led the entire first half.
Colonials with the ball. Here comes Woods, and a shovel shot with the right hand off the square, down through the hole. Colonials score, and they take a 5-point lead into the halftime locker.
Chris Shovlin on Colonials Radio with the call. The 1 seed trying to win the Horizon League and get Robert Morris to the NCAA tournament for the first time in a decade. That game is coming out of the half there in the Horizon. They are also in the second half already in the NEC championship game. That game started the same time we did. It is 25-22 St. Francis of Pennsylvania with the lead on Central Connecticut State's home floor. They are 3 minutes into the second half. The Red Flash, the visiting team, trying to make the tournament for the first time since 1991. Big conferences going ACC, couple of 1-point games earlier today, including Notre Dame, who knocked off Pittsburgh 55-54 with a free throw inside of a last second to go. Did not make Panthers head coach Jeff Capel very happy. Meanwhile, in the Big 12, a 16-team league now. The 16th seed got a win today. Colorado over TCU, the 9th seed, 69-67. They will take on West Virginia tomorrow. Cincinnati, the 13th seed, knocked off 12-seeded Oklahoma State, 87-68. They'll play Iowa State tomorrow. Bearcats really slim chances of an at-large. They got to push their way through Kansas City for a long time to come. All right, coming up later on many of these same Westwood One stations, a championship game we are used to, Gonzaga and St. Mary's, and we'll preview it coming up on the other side for the West Coast Conference Championship. Meanwhile, halftime in D.C., 36-28, UNCW leading Delaware. You're listening to Conference Championship Week on Westwood One.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it, because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Pluto TV has all the shows and movies you love streaming for free. Feel the free with all your favorites. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Tracker, The Walking Dead, Defiance, and more. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
Jason Horwitz, happy to have you back with us here in our Westwood One studios, and you're listening to Conference Championship Week on Westwood One, presented by Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs. For protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. UNC Wilmington, the 2 seed in the CAA, leading by 8 at the half over 12-seeded Delaware, who was already the first team to win 4 games in the CAA tournament, trying to do what NC State did last year. 5 wins, 5 days, get the automatic bid. Although they'll most likely go to Dayton, maybe first 4 to Final Four as a 16 seed. Who knows? We'll see. Second half coming up in a bit. Meanwhile, later on many of these same Westwood One stations, West Coast Conference Championship. Top seed St. Mary's, second seeded Gonzaga. It is the 4th straight year those two will meet for the WCC Championship. But this year, a little different. St. Mary's swept Gonzaga and Mark Few for the first time in 9 years.
The last couple games have went their way, but, again, they were hard fought and almost down to the last possession. We've got to be able to address how aggressive they are on the glass. We got to keep them off the glass and, see if we can create some turnovers and get out and run. That's when we've had the most success against them.
Both these teams will be NCAA tournament teams yet again. How high a seed, though, for Gonzaga is certainly there for debate. A win over St. Mary's this year would go a long way, maybe to improve Mark Few's team and his seed. We'll see where that goes later on tonight when we are done in Washington, D.C. But on the other side, back to Jeff Arnold and Steve Lapis. Second half coming your way. UNC leading Delaware by 8. This is Westwood One's coverage of Conference Championship Week.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? This week only, all Pro Elite wash items and accessories are buy one, get one half off. That's car wash, tire cleaner, leather cleaner. All buy one, get one half off. Sponges and towels, we've got dual weave, waffle weave, whatever weave you want. Accessories too. Pro Elite floor mats, car covers, and more. Any Pro Elite item, buy one, get one half off. This week only at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
What is Aurora University's promise? Aurora University knows that you want to have a positive impact on the world. At Aurora University, you'll get an exceptional education that will help you prepare for a purposeful life and a fulfilling career. When you graduate, you're not just getting a degree. You're continuing on a pathway to a more successful tomorrow. It's your future. It's Aurora University's promise, and it can only happen at Aurora University. Learn more at aurora.edu. The Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights is proud to announce the scholarship opportunity for DACA renewals. The scholarship will be provided through the New American Initiative partners and covers the full USCIS renewal filing fee. Please visit icirr.org/DACA to see the requirements and how to apply. This scholarship is available first come, first served until the funds are exhausted. The ICIRR is dedicated to promoting the rights of immigrants and refugees to the full and equal participation in the civic, cultural, social, and political life of our diverse society.
Let's check out the halftime stats sponsored by Staples. Your local Staples store has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. Save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples. At halftime, the UNCW Seahawks enjoying an 8-point lead over the Delaware Blue Hens, 36-28. Jeff Arnold, Steve Lapis back with you courtside here from D.C. Delaware, they were led by Isaiah Pasha in the first half, 10 points, but the Blue Hens trying to pick things up from three-point territory.
Yeah, I mean, they're only 3 for 12 so far in this game, so good job by UNCW. The key for them is going to be, can they get out of transition a little bit and get something a little bit easier? Because in the half court, I think the physicality of the UNCW defense is bothering some of the guys on Delaware. But I tell you, Pasha's been terrific in this game. He can really hang with these guys in terms of athleticism, and he's been good.
When you saw Delaware get out on the run, that led to a 14-2 scoring advantage over an extended stretch. Meantime, for UNCW, 7 points from Donovan Newby, 7 points from Greedy Williams, and then you can tell, Steve, when things are going well for UNCW, they're getting balanced scoring. They got 12 points off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, you think about this. They've got 7 guys who've scored in this game, so they are getting, whereas Delaware has, 4 guys that haven't scored yet, really. So it's a big difference. The bench has been a big factor. 12-zip UNCW over Delaware.
20 minutes, and we will find out who will be the CAA champion this year at the halftime break. UNCW leads Delaware 36-28. The start of the second half is just ahead. You're listening to Conference Championship Week on Westwood One.
My friends swim no matter the season, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now, thanks to Skyrizi and Clear Skin, count me in. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
A Jersey Mike's Sub Bowl is any sub, hot or cold, without the bread. They're great to enjoy in all kinds of places.
So you could have a Club Supreme Bowl on a road trip?
Yep.
Or a turkey provolone sub bowl at the airport?
Sure can.
Or a Mike's famous Philly Bowl when you're supposed to be walking down the aisle at your 500-person wedding.
Is now the right time for that?
I'm hungry.
Shouldn't you get married first?
I said
I'm hungry.
All right. Your favorite sub in a bowl for any time, anywhere. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Time now for the second half keys, sponsored by United States Postal Service. Want eyes on your shipment the entire way? USPS Ground Advantage service keeps your business in the know throughout its journey. Visit USPS.com/in-the-know for details. Jeff Arnold, Steve Lapp is with you. And Lapp, let's take a look at your second half keys and begin with Delaware.
Well, get out in transition. It was clear that was when they were most comfortable, was getting out in transition. That's when they shoot the ball better. That's when they're able to take the ball to the basket when the help's not there. That's important. Keep rebounding the ball. That is one of the reasons why they're staying in this thing. Only 9-7 second chance points for UNCW, so Delaware is doing a good job in that regard. For UNCW, I think Newby's got to be more assertive. He's a really good player. He only had taken one shot until there was like 5 minutes to go in half. He needs to be much, much more aggressive in this game, and they need to keep attacking the paint.
Seahawks are in the CAA championship game for a league record 14th different time. And if you actually go back to 2022, the Seahawks lost to Delaware in the CAA championship game that year. Second conference championship for the Blue Hens in the last 4 years. They've got their work cut out for them, but it is a lot better being down by 8 than it is being down by 15.
Yeah, I mean, they have to feel good. Now the question is, how are their legs going to be in the second half of their 5th game in 5 days?
That'll be UNCW basketball to open up the second half. UNCW in their teal uniforms, trimmed in blue and white. Delaware in the royal blue uniforms. And it will be UNCW going basket to our right to start things off in the second half here from Care First Arena in our nation's capital. Mateo Siddle, the UNCW head coach, seeking his first CAA title as the Seahawks head coach. Williams will hold on to the basketball between the circles for UNCW. Throws some more on the right wing. Straight on three from Newby. Half down and out. Defensive rebound by Delaware's John Camden.
And those 28 points by Delaware ties for the lowest half this season.
Now they had 100 points 2 games ago in a big win over William and Mary. Delaware basketball straight away is Niles Lane. Gives it off to Kevin Riley. Mismatch here with the 7-footer Obi Oha. Foul line jumper rattles around and out. Offensive rebound. Delaware as Lane puts it up and gets fouled. The shot was no good, but he'll have a chance to shoot 2.
Yeah, it's amazing how the guys that have the athleticism like Lane are able to get some things done in the half court, that time with an offensive rebound.
Lane goes to the free throw line. 6 first half points for him. As the Blue Hens, we said it before, but down by only 8 points when you're shooting under 30% for the game. It's pretty good. And how they've helped themselves out at the free throw line. 10 makes in 12 tries.
Yeah, usually it's UNCW that's making a living at the foul line.
Lane with his second. And it spins and drops to make it a 36-30 lead for UNCW.
And let's say this, the closer this game gets, the more pressure is going to go on North Carolina Wilmington.
Williams on the handle. Throws out on the left point to Newby, guarded by Kevin Riley to Montgomery. Left alone, straight away for three. Drills it.
He's a good shooter, 36%. He looked very comfortable on that one.
39-30 your score. UNCW with the lead. The Seahawks 6th in three-point shooting in the CAA this year. Camden with it straight away. Throws on the sideline left to Timko. Timble angles his way into the lane. Up top for Niles Lane. Going to challenge the 7-footer. Teardrop brings some rain and drops.
Good move inside with that great athleticism by Niles Lane.
39-32. The Seahawks on top. A minute and a half in a half number 2. Seahawks have Newby with it on the right wing. Throws straight away to Sean Moore. Moore throws left corner. Williams, that shot is no good as Greedy Williams comes up short.
He's got to be careful. He can't take too many of those.
Riley in transition hits a 3 from the left wing. 39-34. Now they're going to actually call it a 2.
I mean, Greedy Williams came into this tournament with only 6 threes. He cannot, they're not guarding him. He can't go crazy shooting the ball. They want him to shoot.
UNCW on the handle. Greedy Williams walks it onto the right wing. Straight away for Newby, and on the side left for Bo Montgomery. Accelerates now straight away for Newby. Shot clock down to 8. Moore backs it up right to the center logo. Goes between the legs with his dribble. Shot clock down to 3. Driving inside against Lane. Lane got a piece of it, and Delaware has got the ball on the run. 3-on-2 advantage. Drop off pass. Camden got blocked at the rim. It was Obioha who rejected it from behind. Now here's UNCW with the basketball. Montgomery with it between the circles. Attacking down the right paint. Shot is no good. Obioha got the miss, and he'll put it up. It's no good, but a foul call. Obioha, it's entertaining watching him rebound because at 7 foot, he barely ever has to leave his feet.
No, that's for sure. And he made a great block on the other end on Camden.
Well, the foul is against Camden, who picks up his second foul, a foul apiece on both teams to open up the second half with 17:21 to go. On the baseline left, it's Newby who'll trigger it in play. We'll find it out to Moore, who has been quiet yet again on the sideline right. Comes around to Hodge in the left corner. He'll take it into the paint, and he's hit on the arm as he put that shot up. And believe this foul is going to be against Pasha for Delaware. First foul against Isaiah Pasha. And a chance at the free throw line here for Nolan Hodge. Greensboro, North Carolina native. He had the swipe with 6 seconds left last night that helped send the Seahawks to the CAA championship. His first free throw is no good. The Jeep Celebration event is your chance to start a brand new adventure. Hurry in for an exceptional offer on Jeep's Go Anywhere, Do Anything SUVs, and let the ride of a lifetime begin. Moore eyes his feet for his highlighter yellow shoes and hits the free throw. 6-point lead for the Seahawks, and now a little token pressure coming out of rear court as will be led across by Niles Lane.
Yeah, let Lane bring the ball up the floor. Him and Pasha seem like they've been doing everything.
Pasha with it, perimeter on the right. Bounce pass in the lane. He's got a mismatch against Montgomery. Backing his way in. Left-handed hook shot, no good, but he is fouled. And he had a mismatch there, and he bullied Montgomery to the rim.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about all these switches that UNCW does because Niles Lane is really smart, and they're smart, taking advantage of those mismatches.
Second foul here against UNCW in the half.
This kid is really strong.
Free throw coming up for Lane, and that is good. Strong, great offensive contributor. He had 24 points in the quarterfinals. as that helped Delaware beat Campbell. And Delaware would probably tell you, of all the games that they've won to get to this point, the hardest one for them to win was the first game they played against Stony Brook.
And that's kind of what you would figure it. You know what I mean? They're coming in on a, not playing well, losing 11 out of 12, and now they get on a roll.
Niles Lane swishes the second free throw. A 4-point deficit for Delaware right now. UNC with the basketball. As the Blue Hens have not led since they had a 3-0 advantage to open up the game. Newby brings the ball onto the right wing, surrounded by royal blue jerseys. He's inside the perimeter on the right side. Backing it in towards the elbow. Newby still going in against Riley. Quick shot, that won't go. Defensive rebound controlled by Delaware, and Timko lobs down floor for Riley. Euro stepping in the lane, banks that one in. And Delaware has made this a 2-point game with 16 and a half to go.
I'll tell you, Timko got a big-time rebound, and then the outlet pass, and a beautiful finish by Riley.
The Delaware student section is full throat along the opposite side of the floor. Newby from the free throw line, back of the rim, no good. Riley had it knocked out of his hands by Obioha. It goes over the baseline, and it'll be Blue Hens basketball.
This is when Towson started feeling it last night a little bit too. The heat starts, when you're playing a 12 seed, you're supposed to win. This starts to get tough on Wilmington. Give Delaware credit.
Blue Hens basketball. Hodge almost took it away, but Pasha got it right back. Pasha sauntering down the right baseline, hangs in the air, shot's a miss. Defensive rebound controlled by Hodge. He lost the basketball. It's regained by Niles Lane. Lane kicks, right side, candid three. He got it! 41-40. Delaware with their first lead since they were up 3-0 to open the game.
Wow. Their defense has been very good, Delaware.
15:25 to go here in the second half. Delaware has outscored the Seahawks 10-4 coming out of the locker room. On the drive inside, Ross, he gets fouled en route to the rim as he spun to the basket. And so 15-16 to go in the second half. And coming back from down 15, it's the Blue Hens who have got themselves a 1-point lead, 41-40. That is our score here from the CAA championship game. This is Westwood One's coverage of Conference Championship Week.
What is Aurora University's promise? Aurora University knows that you want to have a positive impact on the world. At Aurora University, you'll get an exceptional education that will help you prepare for a purposeful life and a fulfilling career. When you graduate, you're not just getting a degree. You're continuing on a pathway to a more successful tomorrow. It's your future. It's Aurora University's promise. And it can only happen at Aurora University. Learn more at aurora.edu. The Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights is proud to announce the scholarship opportunity for DACA renewals. The scholarship will be provided through the New American Initiative partners and covers the full USCIS renewal filing fee. Please visit icirr.org/DACA to see the requirements and how to apply. This scholarship is available first come, first served until the funds are exhausted. The ICIRR is dedicated to promoting the rights of immigrants and refugees to the full and equal participation in the civic, cultural, social, and political life of our diverse society.
Are you a teacher dreaming of stepping into leadership? Rockford Public School District 205, in collaboration with Northern Illinois University, offers an amazing principal residency tailored just for you. This 2-year tuition-free program pays $75,000 a year and paves the way for you to become a principal. If you've been teaching for 5 years and are ready to lead, visit rps205.com/principal today and turn your aspiration into action and lead.
It's time to expect the unexpected in Fort Worth, Texas. Get ready to witness the only twice-a-day cattle drive through the historic stockyards. Experience rodeos, visit world-class museums, taste incredible cuisine, and visit the amazing Fort Worth Zoo. And now, Visit Fort Worth and the Chicago Fire want to bring the excitement to you. Enter for a chance to win a VIP on-field experience, game tickets, exclusive team merch, and have the most ultimate experience for soccer fans. Visit FortWorth.com/Chicago Fire to enter and start planning your trip to unexpected city.
Broadcast position in Washington, D.C. For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers access to over 1 million products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Now the Blue Hens who at one point looked like they might let this game get away from them. They have started off the second half scoring 13 of the first 17 points, and they've got a 41-40 lead on UNCW.
And their defense has been really good, which has allowed them to get out in the open court a little bit. There's a couple of keys. One, they've made 5 more free throws than UNCW. It's usually the other way around. And they have out-rebounded UNCW by 1. That's why they are staying in there.
Now, Ross was fouled before we went to the media timeout, so he will be at the charity stripe. UNCW has, like Delaware, helped out their case from the stripe, 8 of 10 and now 9 of 11 after the first one drops, and we are even at 41 yet again. Time for the 7th CAA championship UNCW. The second free throw is a make. 42-40 run, and it would be, if the Seahawks can pull it off, their first CAA title since 2017. Pasha will walk it into the front court for Delaware. They're working basket to our left. Pasha on the left wing, guarded by McGriff, who is now in the game. Off for Camden on the right side. He gets hounded by Nolan Hodge. Camden taking off. He's in the middle of the paint. Backdoor cut laid in by Niles Lane. 43-42 Delaware.
Great job by Camden. Again, another mismatch. He gets it into the lane and finds Niles Lane for a layup.
14:43 to go in regulation. Hodge with it, deep on the right side out of three-point territory. Sideline right for Moore. Now for Newby straight away. Trying to get going. Bounce pass for McGriff. Juggled the ball. Got it back. Feeds it out on the perimeter left. Noah Ross misses the driving layup. And the defensive rebound controlled by the Blue Hens.
And I think UNCW needs to try and get somebody involved in a low post. They have McGriff down there who's the best low post player in the game, and he's not doing anything.
Delaware by a penny. Here comes Pasha accelerating over the right baseline. Bodies up. McGriff
Wow.
shot won't go. Behind the back, threw it up with a circus shot and somehow got it in off the glass. 3-point Blue Hens lead.
That kid's a big-time player.
Take notice the way he has played. The CAA Rookie of the Year has put on a show. For McGriff with it, left foul line extended for UNCW. This is Nolan Hodge across the foul line, leaning in. He hits the floater from the dotted line.
They're going to have to start getting it done down this end, though. Their defense has not been good. They're allowing dribble penetration too much.
45-44 your score. Delaware leads it by a point. Pasha takes deep breath as he walks it into the front court. Brings it on to the left wing. 2-3 zone employed by UNCW. Sideline right here for Kevin Riley. Riley back to Pasha. Pasha for Riley. Right wing three. Got it! Right in front of the Blue Hens bench. 48-44 UD.
I mean, McGriff doesn't even get his hand up. You got to contest that. You know this kid can shoot the ball.
13-10 to go here in the second half. UNCW with the basketball. On the drive, it's Rush. Nice reverse land going from right to left to pull the Seahawks within 2.
Yeah, their defense has definitely let them down so far, I can tell you that. Not nearly as good as it was in the first half.
Pasha angles it into the front court for UD. Right side wide open for Timko. Off the right side of the rim, no good. It's saved by Noah Ross along the baseline, and UNCW brings it out in transition.
They got lucky that time, I'll tell you.
McGriff on the back down low left. Takes it into the Navy paint and uses glass to score as he bullied his way to the rim, and now we're tied at 48.
He's the best low post scorer on the court. Got to throw him the ball a little more often.
Not a fun duo to deal with. McGriff and Obi Ohan. Camden accelerating down the right side of the lane. The drop off for Pasha in the lane. Flips that one up and in, going baseline right. 50-48 UD.
I'll tell you what. Pasha and Niles Lane, they've been good.
2-point lead for the Blue Hens. Seahawks ball. Touch pass inside for McGriff, and that got deflected by a UD player. And the Blue Hens will bring it back from right to left. Riley, left corner. Timko on the drive, got stopped. Now Riley will flip it out to the left sideline where Sean Moore is right in his face. Pasha standing inside the center logo. Sideline right here for Camden. Camden out of three-point territory. Takes off to the right baseline, lost his footing. Got it out to lane, 9 to shoot. Left foot corner, Riley off the left side of the backboard, no good. So a little heat check here against UD. In transition, here comes Ross to the bucket. That shot is good, plus the foul.
That was a good call and a good play in transition.
UNCW has tied this game up at 50 apiece. They will have a chance to take the lead back when we return. From the CAA Championship, UNCW 50, Delaware 50, with 11:29 left to go in the game. You're listening to Conference Championship Week on Westwood One.
It's March matchup season at BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot? Lock in your picks for this year's tournament with the sportsbook born in Vegas. Being on the sidelines is one thing. This March, get into the game with exciting state-of-the-art live tracking technology, exclusive sportsbook selections, and so much more. Check out BetMGM Originals for dozens of markets you won't find anywhere else. Take a shot at our exciting free-to-play games for your chance at scoring odds boost tokens, bonus bets, and many other prizes. Plus, new players can score up to $1,500 in bonus bets if their first bet loses. From the big dogs to the underdogs, March matchups at BetMGM is a player's best friend. Sign up to catch the excitement and experience college hoops like never before with BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense reminds you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age and older. Colorado only. First bet offers for new customers only. All other promotions for existing customers. Subject to eligibility requirements and rewards may vary. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
Progressive knows there's so many great things about being a sports fan. Like scoring the company box seats. How great is that? Trick plays that actually work. Prevent defense when your team is winning by a lot. And even more preventative prevent defense as they're hanging on by a thread. And of course, saving money when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. That's pretty great. Just like trick plays that actually work.
Yeah, but how often does that happen?
Complaining about sports, not so great. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with the sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
Participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
It's time for the Coles fact of the game. If Delaware advances, they would be the lowest seed to ever win a conference championship. Let that sink in for a second. That's the fact of the game, sponsored by Coles. Make this spring a stylish one with on-trend looks for every occasion when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com, where families come first. It is not easy to go 5 games, 5 days with 5 wins. It's only been done twice. UConn did it in 2011, and then NC State did it in 2024. Delaware trying to become the third team to do it.
I mean, to win 5 games in 5 days, hard enough. To do that as the 12th seed is really, like, unbelievable.
It has been a long road. Beat Stony Brook by 4. Beat Campbell 79-62. We told you about the William and Mary win 100-78. And then last night, topping Towson, who is the #1 seed and had an incredible year. But the Tigers, again, get sent home early.
I coached in the mid-major league when my first head job was Manhattan. It's not easy.
Now the free throw is a make by Ross. So he converts the three-point play. UNCW 51 and Delaware 50. And we have got a whistle, and I think there was a little jawing going back and forth between Lane and Obioha, and so Ron Gruber wanted to step in and make sure things didn't escalate. Needs a Delaware will inbound it out of rear court along the right sideline, as Pasha will take it and bring it ahead with Nolan Hodge there to guard him. Pasha coming to the right side. He gets picked up on the switch by Ross, and then Kevin Riley driving in. He was fouled. As the UNCW foul here is going to go against Donovan Newby. And Newby was trying to pry the basketball free, and then Riley was tripped up. Well, the third team foul against UNCW. Pasha taking Obioha straight away for Riley. Off balance 3. Misses wide to the right. Rebound controlled there by Sean Moore, and it will be Donovan Newby who leads it ahead.
Yeah, that was a tough shot that time.
Newby on the handoff for Moore. Dribble exchange with Hodge. Straight away for Newby at the three-point line. Hodge on the right perimeter. Top of the key for Moore. 3 ball on the way. That's no good. Obioha was going up for it, and he got fouled by Delaware, and believe they're going to charge this one against Camden. And now some stuff after the play was over. And now it's Bill Covington who is having a firm conversation with Harlan Obioha.
I'll tell you, when Obioha plants himself under the basket, it's tough to get him out of there.
7-footer towers over everyone out there. Baseline right inbound for UNCW. They lead it by 1 point, 10:45 to go in the second half. Ross along the right wing. Hands off to Hodge. Hodge from the hash mark goes to the top of the key. Deep on the left for Donovan Newby. Shot clock at 10. Driving down the right side of the paint, and he gets fouled as he took it along the right baseline, and it means more free throws coming up for the Seahawks.
Yeah, good job there by Newby getting the drive it on Pasha, who's not happy about the call. I thought he was pretty good defense.
Another thing to keep in mind, that is the 6th team foul in the half for Delaware.
And that's something that UNCW is very good at, drawing fouls.
Well, Newby will head to the stripe, shoots it just about 90% from the line on the year. He eyes the target, and the first free throw rattles in. Events DC is the official sports and convention authority for Washington, D.C. Learn more about the sports capital at eventsdc.com. UNCW with a lead of 2. Obioha getting set along the block along with John Camden, both preparing to box out as Newby sets the target for the second free throw, and that is good. So 2 of 2. The Seahawks lead is 3:53:50 with 10.5 to go. Pasha trots it up the sideline left. Gets a hard screen to the top of the key, cut off by Obioha on the baseline. What a pass to the inside as it rolls around, and it's laid in by Niles Lane along the right block.
Let me tell you something. This kid is a big-time player. That was an unbelievable pass. He's got 6 assists, 1 turnover.
14 points, 7 rebounds, and the 6 assists. He's been close to triple doubles this year, but it hasn't happened yet.
Oh, he's
UNCW ball. Hodge free throw line at the top of the key. Montgomery, that is a 2. And so 55-52 Seahawks. The clock ticking down to 9 minutes and 50 seconds. We've been going back and forth in the second half. Brought up the right sideline here by Pasha. Pasha at the foul line, looking for help. Out front to Camden. Goes behind the back with his dribble. Pasha thinking about the 3. Obioha pops out. Now the drive by Pasha to the rim. Lays it in for 2 more. Man, this guy can't be stopped.
That's why you got to love this kid. He's wide open from 3, but he knows he's not a good 3-point shooter. He ends up getting a layup. Really smart player for a freshman.
Leads
really
all scores with 16 points. 1 point lead for UNCW. Newby, right wing 3. He's left alone, off the heel of the rim. Ross climbs the ladder to get the rebound, and then he is fouled as he hits the deck right of the lane, and it will be for Delaware, a 7th team foul.
And you know what it is about Pasha that makes him also so good? He's got very long arms. So he's 6'4", but I'm telling you, he plays 6'6".
Told the story how initially he was committed to Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino went to St. John's. Pasha told to take a prep year, and then Martin Inglesby was able to hit the jackpot. Run into the 1-1 by Ross is true.
Unfortunately, in this day and age, who knows what's going to happen? I hate to say it. It's just the way it is.
You're never sure just what the NIL guides have in store for all of us.
My son coaches at NJIT at the lower level, and they have a kid that's pretty good that it's going to be tough.
Ross pounds the dribble a couple of times. A marksman lets it go, and that is good. So after the free throw makes, 57-54 is your score. Both teams helping themselves out for the foul line today. Pasha for Delaware with it between the rings. Belt high dribble as he's guarded by Nolan Hodge. Sideline left for Timko for Lane straight away for Kevin Riley right in front of his head coach Martin Inglesby. Riley backing things up beyond the hash mark. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Riley perimeter right. Obi-Oha pops out on him. Riley going to take it. Drives down the left side of the paint. Scoops and he scores. 57-56, and a timeout called by Delaware with 8:39 to go in the second half.
Those switches have really hurt UNCW at times when they get a big on a small.
UNCW 57, Delaware 56, 8:39 to go in the second half from the CAA Championship. You're listening to Conference Championship Week on Westwood One.
Selling your home, it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. You could go it alone, trying to navigate market trends, determine fair pricing, and tackle tricky negotiations on your own. You could second guess every decision, wondering if you're doing it right. Then there's the showings, the offers, and the mountain of paperwork. Or you could work with the expertise of a realtor, here to guide and help protect as you make your next big move. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Lowe's knows that your business is built on speed and trust. That's why the Lowe's Pro Desk is here to get you what you need the moment you need it. We'll help you plan your project, calculate your materials, and pivot when your job takes an unexpected turn. And with our pro-only checkout and dedicated pro parking, you have what you need to tackle your job and be back on the job in no time. Just visit us at the Pro Desk. Lowe's knows pros. We help, you save.
What if your limited inventory had unlimited potential? What if your biggest risk was not taking one? What if you could make every move matter? Bank of America's business solutions can help bring your biggest what ifs within reach. Find out how our digital tools, cutting edge insights, and trusted expertise can work for your business. What would you like the power to do? Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank sponsor of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Something amazing is happening in meteorology. Climate researchers are weathering a data storm. That's because CDW transformed their devices and infrastructure to pre-configured Lenovo ThinkPads and powerful edge-to-cloud solutions, delivering faster insights to run more accurate forecast models. So it's almost like they're controlling the weather themselves. Lenovo and CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Lenovo Client.
Join Westwood One Sports Sunday night for the official announcement of both the 2025 NCAA men's and women's tournament brackets. It's Selection Sunday, hosted by Jason Horwitz, PJ Carlosimo, and Debbie Antonelli. Be the first to know where your favorite team is headed or if their bubble burst. Plus, you'll hear from many of the coaches whose teams will be in the big dance. That's Selection Sunday from 6 until 9 right here on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. Jeff Arnold, Steve Lapp is with you. CAA Championship, 8:39 to go in the second half. UNCW enjoying a 1-point lead, 57-56. Delaware has made it a lot closer, though, and a lot of the credit can go to Isaiah Pasha. 16 points for him. And don't forget that Niles Lane, he's also got 16 in the game. UNCW has gotten balanced scoring and a lot of production off their bench. UNCW ball. Right side, this is Newby. Straight away for Bo Montgomery. Taking it down the baseline. Backs up now. Shot from the left angle. No good. Timko trying to save it, and he could not. He was trying to throw it off of McGriff. And so the Seahawks will retain possession along the left baseline.
I'll say one thing. These Delaware kids have been fighting really hard on the glass. Really hard.
As far as rebounds go, UNCW has been +3, but considering how well the Seahawks rebound, it could be far worse. Ross with it along the right sideline, angles into the paint, leaves his feet, throws it away. Niles Lane had it go right into his best bread basket, ahead for Timko. For Kevin Riley, drops into the lane, and he scoops it home for two more, 58-57, Delaware. 11 points for Riley, 5 of 11 shooting for the game.
And most of them in transition.
As the transition opportunities have picked up for the Blue Hens, the tone of the game has changed. High to low pass into McGriff. It was too easy. He lays it in off the left block.
Yeah, they pick and roll. They didn't play it well that time, Delaware. Stayed too long with the guard.
Ninth lead change we've seen in this game. UNCW up by a point, 59-58. 7.5 to play. Pasha on the runway, tried to slam it home, but missed, and it's out of bounds off of Delaware. Pasha was trying to bring the house down with that attempt to dunk. So he misses. Seahawks are going to have the basketball as we have got a timeout on the floor with UNCW holding a 1-point lead, 59-58, 7:25 left to go here in the CAA championship game. You're listening to Conference Championship Week on Westwood One.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Jersey Mike's subs are great to enjoy in all kinds of places.
So I can have a BLT at the lake?
Exactly.
Or a Mike's Famous Philly on the road?
Sure thing.
Or a number 4 when I'm riding a bike.
That might be too hard. How would you steer?
It's a tandem bike.
Yeah, who's steering?
That's a good point. Well, hey, are you free for the next half hour?
Sure. I got nothing else going on today.
Sick. Hop on.
Freshly sliced and freshly grilled subs for any time, anywhere. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Along with Steve Lapis, I'm Jeff Harlan. You're listening to Conference Championship Week on Westwood One, presented by Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs for protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and progressive.com. We've been riding the seesaw in the second half with the UNCW Seahawks holding a 1-point lead right now, 59-58. But we have seen a bevy of lead changes ever since coming out of the locker room at halftime.
Yeah, and one of the things that you see here too is that UNCW only has 3 team fouls, whereas they're going to be shooting one more 1-and-1, and then they're all 2-shot fouls the rest of the way for UNCW.
Yeah, UNCW, 5th best free throw shooting team in the conference this year. At the line, they have gone 15 for 17. And here comes Newby, the 2nd best free throw shooter. The front end of a 1-and-1 coming for him. His first free throw is down. There's Donovan Newby. Made such a jump forward this year. As Newby, he entered today 20 points away from 1,000 at just UNCW. He is now 10 points away after that first make.
Yeah, I mean, this kid, second team all-league, he needs to assert himself, I think, a little more in these last 7 minutes.
2 for 2 at the free throw line to give him 11 points. He and Bo Montgomery have led the way for the Seahawks, along with Noah Ross, who's got 12. On the sideline right, this is Pasha for Camden. High to low entry pass in for Niles Lane. Taking it strong against McGriff, who's called for the foul. As Lane went right into the McGriff's body, setting up 2 free throws for Delaware.
I'll tell you, Niles Lane is 6'5", but that is one tough kid. He takes it right at these big guys the entire game.
Now Lane, he's super physical. Didn't get a lot of playing time when he was in Florida. Martin Inglesby initially saw him on the AAU circuit, thought he'd be a difference maker as his first free throw is a make. And the other thing, Steve, I don't know if you knew this, a nationally ranked fencer in middle school.
I didn't know that. But I will say this. He's a mid-major four-man. He can't play the four at the SEC, but he sure can play the four at this level.
Bounces off the front of the rim, and he makes the second free throw. A 61-60 game. UNCW, the number 2 seed of the tournament, leading the number 12 seed Delaware, but a lot of time left. 7 minutes to play. Moore right point for the Seahawks. Gives it into the right corner for Moore. Straight away for Montgomery, accelerating down the left baseline, and he scores for 2 more. 3-point Seahawks lead now.
Good move on that drive.
Gavin Riley with it. He'll play catch with Lane. Now Riley gets it back, left wing, pick and roll. On the right side, Timko off the front iron. Defensive rebound controlled by Sean Moore. Timko has not gotten a lot of shots in this game.
No, that was a good pass, too. He got a good shot that time. Niles Lane with a really good pass.
Delaware shooting 60% in this half after a really rough first half. Montgomery on the bounce pass for Griff. Low left. Double team comes his way. Changes hands. So he moved it from his right hand to his left, and then he banked that one in. UNCW's up 5.
And they brought the double team at it that time, too.
Delaware looking for points. Pasha inside the arc on the right, using a screen left from Lane. Foul called. And this one's going to go against Nolan Hodge. 5th team foul against UNCW with 5:58 left to play. Now, right now, in terms of foul trouble, Pasha 3 for Delaware. Camden's got 3. Lane has got 3. And then on the UNCW side, 3 for Montgomery and 3 for Newby. Inbounds pass comes to the right baseline in the lane. Lane working here against McGriff. Lane getting physical with McGriff. Pauses, flips, and he scores.
They better start doubling him because they cannot deal with him. When he puts it on the ground, he's getting wherever he wants.
Give him 18 points. UNCW up by 3. 5:39 left to go.
They better start bringing the double. They're worried about who to bring it off because of the shooting, but you got to bring a double on him now, I think.
Riley surrounds Newby. They give it out on the right side for Moore, who missed the open 3 attempt. Defensive board taken by Niles Lane. Lane collects his 4th rebound, leading everyone with 20 points in the contest. Pasha sideline right, 5:10 to go, and Delaware trailing it by 3.
They should give it to Lane and just clear it out like they've been doing.
Pasha on the sideline right to Kevin Riley.
Oh, he's got Newby on him now.
Oh, here he goes. On the back down. Lane taking Newby. No double. He goes down. Shot is a miss. Rebounded by Riley. Knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. Officials, no signal yet.
They don't know.
And they don't know. And now the signal coming for a jump ball from Ron Gruber.
Well, it's Delaware's ball. Yeah, that's 3 guys. They didn't know. They're all looking at each other.
3 guys, 3 of the best officials, probably the business.
Doesn't inspire a lot of confidence when you coach and that happens, let me tell you.
Delaware, the last substitute they had, by the way, with 10:31 in the first half, taking it to the rim. Pacha, that is a miss. I mean, you're playing 5 games in 5 days, and the legs have not given out yet for the Blue Hens.
No, these guys, they give it everything they got. They smell it.
Seahawks have Newby with it between the circle. Neon yellow shoes as he'll shoot the top of the key 3 and miss, and then it's a foul against the Seahawks, giving it back to Delaware. 3-point UNCW lead, but again, Delaware is going to have the basketball.
Newby forced that one, I thought.
McGriff, he is charged with his 3rd foul. So 3 for him, 3 for Montgomery, 3 for Newby. 3 very important players in the Seahawks lineup.
I wouldn't take McGriff out. He's only got 3. He started to get it going offensively. I'd have kept him in the game.
He exits Obi Ohaz in. Lane with a snap pass inside lane. Home by Riley off the right square. 65-64 Seahawks.
Newby fell asleep. Got back cut.
A 1-point lead for UNCW. Delaware fans come to life again. Montgomery at the top of the key. Runs into his own teammate. Miscommunication between him and Newby. Newby using a screen right from Obioha. Into the right corner. 3-ball on the way. Back iron no good from Hodge. And a foul against Delaware is going to keep it with UNCW as we hit the 3:52 mark. And that's the ninth against the Blue Hens. 3:52 remaining in regulation. What an exciting CAA championship it's been. UNCW 65, Delaware 64. You're listening to Conference Championship Week on Westwood One.
I'm at a smoothie bar asking people if they'd switch smoothies with me for $574.
Oh, I'll switch.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
That's a headache.
Nope, it's painless.
Oh, so it's easy money.
Yep, check Allstate first and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
The Jeep Celebration event is your chance to start a brand new adventure with great deals on our legendary Go Anywhere, Do Anything SUVs, like the Grand Cherokee 4xE, our most capable Grand Cherokee ever, the Jeep Wrangler 4xE, our most capable Wrangler ever, or the Jeep Compass, our most affordable SUV. Hurry in for an exceptional offer during the Jeep Celebration event and let the adventure of a lifetime begin. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for NCAA March Madness. Jeff Arnold and Steve Lapkus here at our Granger broadcast position in Washington, D.C. For the ones who get it done, there's Granger offering professional-grade products for all industries, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call, click Granger.com or just stop by. UNCW has got a 1-point lead. Obioha is going to go to the free throw line. The foul before we went to the break was against Camden. Obviously a big part of the Blue Hens team, and that is his 4th foul that he's committed.
Yeah, that's a big one because they got to try and go at him now. He's obviously one of their best players, though he's not playing great today.
Obioha makes the free throw, the front end of the 1-and-1. 19 fouls against Delaware. In a game where the Blue Hens have outscored the Seahawks by 6 in the second half after UNCW led by 8 points after the first half. Obioha misses the second free throw, so it is a 2-point game. Delaware with the basketball, and Pasha, who he's got to be feeling it right now, is going to bring it into the front court. Lane leading the way with 20 for Delaware. Pasha with 16, most in the second half. Pasha backing up towards the center logo. Shot clock down to 10, 3.5 minutes left. Pasha flips it out on the left side. Timko with a good look from very deep. That's off the back rim, no good. Defensive rebound controlled by Nolan Hodge, and UNCW not in any hurry, bringing it ahead.
You know, I've always been a big guy in riding what's doing. I think Niles Lane's got to get the ball and take his man to the basket.
High to low feed in for Obioha, knocked out of bounds by Timko over the left baseline. 3:10 left, 15 on the timer, and a 2-point lead for the Seahawks. A winner heads to the NCAA tournament as UNCW trying for its 7th CAA title.
Inbounds pass comes to Ross. Now for Hodge. Sideline left. Here for Donovan Newby. He's at the hash mark. Comes right around an Obioha pick. Right wing, catch and shoot three from Hodge. Right side of the rim, no good. Pasha skies for the rebound, and he'll jog it ahead. Outletting now for Timko.
I didn't like that shot either.
This is Isaiah Pasha. Pasha bounce pass for Lane, takes it to the rim, won't go. Fight for the rebound along the lane. Picked up by UNCW as Hodge got control of it. And again, UNCW slows things down, up by 2:29 to go.
They got to get Newby and the big guy involved in a pick and roll.
Newby gets a pick and roll. He takes it, Kevin Riley right in his jersey. Right side for Hodge. Tough patch now for Ross. Ross backing his way in. Long floater. Got that one from Tennell on the right baseline.
This kid's been tough today. He's a good player.
UNCW with a lead of 4 as we hit 2 minutes in this game. Delaware looking for a bucket. Middle of the lane for Niles Lane. He can't get that one to go. Obioha's got it. And now they call a foul as Lane pushed him the first time. And Obioha marching with his chest out. He's going to go to the other side of the floor. And it will be free throws here for UNCW.
How about 32-0 bench points in this game? 32-0. And you know what? Martin Inglesby hasn't subbed these guys at all in the second half.
So you have to go back to the 10.5-minute mark of the first half since we have seen any substitutions for Delaware. Pasha Obioha at the line, and the front end of the first 2 free throws is no good. Stay with us for the All-State postgame show on Westwood One. We'll check the final numbers, and you'll hear from a member of the winning team. Some people just know how you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first. Great quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. As the second one is good, Obioha splits the pair. 5-point lead for UNCW. Martin Inglesby wants to take a timeout as we hit 1:52 remaining in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good time for a timeout because he knows how big this possession is right now and what they're going to be looking to get.
I mean, it has been something. You play 5 games in 5 days. Your legs have got to feel like lead right now. You have nothing really left to turn to. And Delaware, they have met test after test. In this game, they battled back from being down by as many as 15. Trail of the first half at one point by a 29-14 score. Saw a lot of trading of buckets. But as we've reached the very end of this game, it's seen UNCW begin to clamp on down, and Delaware just desperately looking for a bucket.
Well, I mean, 5 games in 5 days is bad enough, but when it's 5 games in 5 days and on the 5th day, you're not playing your bench at all because you just don't have the confidence in them. You got to give these kids credit for what they're doing in this game.
Via VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio with the NCAA Experience official ticket and hospitality packages. Official NCAA hospitality includes live entertainment, upscale food stations and beverages, appearances by NCAA legends, and much more. To be a VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio, visit ncaa.com/VIP. So Obioha split the 2 free throws that he took as Delaware using their timeout. Blue Hens just 1 timeout remaining. UNCW has 3 remaining with 1:52 left. The next foul by the Seahawks would send Delaware to the line for a 1-and-1. Well, right now the Seahawks are in the double bonus. But Delaware getting itself in some foul trouble early in the second half.
Well, the ball's going to be in Pasha's hands. And I got to think they're going to try and get Niles Lane in an isolation.
Riley triggers it in play for Pasha. Pasha's sideline right back to Riley. Now Camden with it straight away. Noah Ross gives him space at the top of the key. Pass deflected. Pasha gets it back near the left timeline. Double team comes Pasha's way. Baseline left. Try to flip it off the lane. Got deflected, and it's taken by Ross for UNCW. 1.5 minutes left with the Seahawks holding a 5-point advantage.
Yeah, that was a tough possession there. And Martin Inglesby did not want a foul there. He was telling his guys, do not foul.
I think they're going to say Seahawks got a timeout there, so no foul. Now, Seahawks will use the timeout with 1:26 left. Takeo Siddle, what a job he's done for the Seahawks. He's led them to 2 different CAA championship games as a head coach. He won a couple as an assistant with UNCW earlier. But today, he and his team will have a chance to raise a banner and go on to the big dance.
Yeah, he's done a really, really good job with this program.
Tonight's broadcast of Conference Championship Week on Westwood One is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience, and reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the CAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. 69-64, UNCW leading with a little bit inside of a minute and a half left to go. Delaware, they had lost 11 out of their last 12 games in 6 straight, but somehow made it all the way to the CAA championship against the team that beat them so handily the first time. It has been a different story today, as it'll be triggered by UNCW in a rear court, and it'll be walked ahead by Donovan Newby.
They just got to get a stop and a rebound.
Riley guarding by Newby, goes around a pick from Ross. Newby leaves his feet, kicks to Ross in the right corner. Nobody is there. Line drive 3 is no good. Batted out of bounds. Last touch by UNCW. Delaware basketball, 67 seconds remaining, and a 5-point deficit for the Blue Hens.
He did get an open one, but he's not a real good shooter. He takes it to the basket well, not the shot, not the guy you wanted to shoot that one, I think.
Seahawks, they might be leading it by 5, but today they've been abysmal from three-point territory. Just 4 of 22 for the game. Pasha with it, baseline right. Ross is all over him. Throw it to the right corner. Tough 3 from Cam. Did he knocked it down? Out of the right corner. Off balance in front of his bench. How did he do it? It's a 2-point game.
That is a big-time shot. Contested, deep corner. Wow.
Now he's got 4 fouls, but he hits a huge bucket, his biggest one of this game, as the fans chanting defense, and everyone here at Care First Arena is on their feet across the seating bowl. Montgomery for UNCW at the top. Right side for Newby, inside the arc. Hands off for Hodge. Back to Newby. He's left alone. Miscommunication, pure on the jumper from the right angle.
Great point, Jeff. Can't miscommunicate on him.
Pasha driving right baseline. He's cut off. Throws it underneath for Lane. Lane out of the left baseline for Timko. Timko for Kevin Riley. Left wing 3, no good. Rebound controlled by Obioha. Foul called, and the UNCW faithful feeling it right now. They realize that a CAA championship is in their sights. 20.2 seconds left, and a 4-point Seahawks lead.
Yeah, but a 61% free throw shooters going to the line now, so that they got to take it a little bit easy yet.
Obioha's going to go to the line. In this game today, he's gone 2 of 40. This is the first one. Guess we should have spoken too soon, as the first free throw is a miss. Obioha just 4 points in this game. He's got 7 rebounds. Second free throw, that is good. 72-67, 20.2 seconds remaining. Pasha jogs it up court. He takes it down the lane. Euro stepping lay-in with the left hand. Timeout called by Martin Inglesby.
Very smart. You're down 5. You got to make – doesn't have to shoot a 3. You got to make a 2 in there. And, what happens is UNCW say, don't foul, and you end up get something really quick, call timeout. That was good execution by Delaware. By UNCW, I'm sorry.
So that's the last timeout that Delaware had. They're within 3 points right now, and we've said it time and time again in the second half. You're just looking for another stop defensively.
Yeah, that's all it comes down to. And now at least you're in a position. It's a one-possession game. You're going to set up your pressure. You're going to foul. You're going to hope somebody gets the ball that's not a really good free throw shooter, even though as a team they do shoot the ball well. I'd be interested to see is Obioha's going to stay in the game right now. Let's see. Because he's one of their worst free throw shooters. He's going 1 for 2 the last couple of times. I think he's coming out. Obioha.
And Kamari McGriff, for what it's worth, he's about the same as Obioha. He's a little bit better.
Probably should just go small. Take both big guys out and just bring in your small guys. You got to break the pressure anyway.
UNCW and Delaware both break their huddles. 72-69. Fans across this seating bowl all standing.
That's what they did. Neither big guys in the game. They went with all the small guys.
Montgomery, Williams, Ross, Hodge in the game. And then Greedy Williams is also in as well. And there is a foul called on the inbound. And it is going to be Pasha who commits the foul to stop the clock. His fourth.
You can't have a better foul than that because the clock never started.
So we'll walk the other way.
Now, the only thing wrong with that was they didn't really give themselves a chance to make a steal or get one trap, but they saved the clock, which is important.
2 free throws coming up for UNCW. Donovan Newby with 13 in the game. He has been perfect from the free throw line so far. Guy was blossomed as a team leader. Tremendous point guard who was clutch down the stretch last night, helping to beat Charleston. And he hits that first free throw, 73-69.
Well, he made that big bucket when they miscommunicated, that 12-foot jumper. Now he's at the free throw line. That's the guy you want.
Lane is back in along with Camden for Delaware. Newby, second one in the air. A big deep breath. Slight bend to the knees, flips it up, and he got it. 74-69 UNCW. Led out of rear court by Pasha. Pasha stops left wing. Hoists a three, and he got it. It's 74-72. Delaware refusing to go away. 8.1 seconds left.
Wow, what a shot. No timeouts left now. They got to foul right away. They got to get the ball in Newby's hands.
And let Hodge know he can run the end line. Now he wants a timeout. And so UNCW, 2 timeouts remaining, will use one. 8.1 seconds left as Delaware had that inbound well guarded.
You made a good point. He can run the baseline, and he didn't. He was standing there still. Good timeout. You got to tell him you can run the baseline. That is huge, and you got to get the ball into Newby's hands.
I mean, what confidence for Pasha, though, coming up floor, stopping on the left wing and hitting a three.
That was big. That kid's a big-time player. That's all I can say.
And he's got 21 points. He has led everyone in this game. 8 of 15 from the field. 8 rebounds, 7 assists. He's been near triple-double territory a couple of times this year. Has not got it, but he's got 11 of his points in the second half.
Yeah, he does everything, and he's got such a great feel for the game. You can never rattle him, you know what I mean? He's always got the ball on a string. His head's always up. He doesn't put himself in bad situations. Just a good player.
Type of things and the type of maturity he's gained, learning from a guy like Martin Inglesby, was trained well by Mike Bray at Notre Dame. They say that he likes for Martin Inglesby to coach him very tough. And Posh has picked up a lot. The type of stuff that you need in a game like this.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Now, Delaware has not left their huddle yet. UNCW has come back on the floor to set it up for you. 8.2 seconds remaining in this game. UNCW, a 74-72 lead. Delaware has put 44 points on the board in the second half, outscoring UNCW by 5. And now they stack things at midcourt as it gets put into play to Donovan Newby. Newby playing keep away and is fouled in rear court right in front of the Delaware bench. And so you got it in the hands of Newby. Newby has not missed any of his free throw attempts tonight, and he is going to head to the free throw line in hopes of giving his team a 4-point advantage.
Yeah, he makes 2 here. It's going to be really tough. He makes 1. They got a decision to make. I would foul, especially with this much time left and the way they shoot threes. I would definitely foul.
Emery's going to come off the floor again. And they're going to send John Camden back in. As Pasha, by the way, he was just fouled out. So that foul to stop the clock, yeah, he just fouled out. So Pasha is done with the 5 fouls. And he's going to get a round of applause here from the Delaware crowd on the far side of the seating bowl.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a freeze for Newby.
Now you could be in spots like this. Come NCAA tournament time, you might as well get used to it.
That's for sure.
This year set new career highs in points, minutes, rebounds, total assists. He's at the line for two. First one, he got it. 3-point game, 6.4 seconds left. All the UNCW players standing at the arc behind Newby. His second free throw. Oh, he got it. Two big ones. Ice water in his veins. 4-point Seahawks lead, 76-72. 6.4 seconds left. It gets taken by Middleton. Middleton's going to take a straight-on three. Badly missed it. Defensive rebound by Williams. And the Seahawks take flight. They win this year's CAA championship in Washington, D.C. They survived a rally from Delaware in the second half. It went back and forth. But in the end, the Seahawks, the last team standing in the CAA, and they are headed for the big games.
What a gritty win. I really think, though, that there's no doubt that you get a win like this, you go to the NCAA tournament, it's about you and what you did. But, boy, you cannot take anything away from what these Delaware kids did this whole week. But give UNCW credit. They made the plays in the end. They were a little bit more physical, a little bit tougher, and had a little more juice when they needed it.
I mean, it's really amazing, Steve, that it was the game that it was, considering Delaware